Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Winning Streak. I'm your host, Bryson.
And I'm Zeke.
And I'm Parker.
And Happy New Year, 2024. It is January 1st, and we are releasing episode 30 to start off the year. Mm-hmm. Stay tuned this year, because we have a lot of big things coming. And today we have Parker starting with hot takes. So you can go ahead and start.
My first hot take, this one will probably get some hate, but I think it's pretty accurate. I said OKC's inexperience is going to prevent them from making a really deep final run. I think they can make a deep run, but I don't think they're a finals team yet.
I mean, they're definitely not a finals team yet, but
I'd agree.
I think they have a run.
I feel like they're like second round. I feel like there's too many
second or third.
teams. Like I feel like a team like the Mavs could take them in the second round, to be honest.
I think a team like the Mavs, and I also think like a team like the Nuggets is built for the playoffs.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
they did beat the Nuggets.
Nuggets
they blew them out the other day.
I think OKC would beat a team like like the Kings in the playoffs.
Yeah,
honestly.
true.
So I mean, and they made it to like the third round.
The Kings
Or the second round.
Yes, second.
Yeah, they did. They beat Golden State. Come on, bro. Zero ball knowledge from this fella over here.
I'm blanking.
But okay, so we pretty much agree.
All right. Then my second one I think is pretty obvious. I think Garrett Wilson would easily be a star on any other team. He put up 1,000 yards on one, if not the worst offenses in the league. He busted his ass for
31st ranked offense.
Yeah.
So second to last. I do agree for sure. If he could go to the Chiefs this year.
I was thinking the same thing. If he went to the Chiefs, he would be an all-star.
I don't see why he couldn't. He doesn't have a big contract, and he wouldn't really want one to be the new. He could be a top 5 receiver if he went there.
He could.
Top
really
3
could.
even. I agree, for sure.
All right.
You
And
agree?
my last one.
Yeah, I agree.
The Bears could have a winning record and be a wild card team next season after drafting a top receiver.
I think they're going to be a huge playoff contender with Marvin Harrison, especially if they draft or trade for defense and a little bit more
go back
offense.
and say that the Kings did not win that series. I don't know where you got that from.
When was I thinking of? Who did they beat? They beat someone, did they not?
They were first round exit.
They went to 7. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Curry went
Okay.
for 50.
Oh, yeah.
I
remember that now.
Yeah, so the Bears could have a winning record and be a wild card team after drafting a top receiver. All their games this year were quite close, and they either led or slightly trailed at the end of the game.
I agree. Like I was just saying, like I think they'll be at least if they get like a decent offensive line around Justin Fields and the defense picks it up a little bit. If they get a receiver,
really
I think
they're
going to
trade down though. I don't think they'll take Marvin Harrison for Super Bowl.
You just are hoping. You're not thinking that.
No, I really don't.
Why would they do that? Why would they not give Justin Fields the top prospect in centuries?
Top prospects a stretch.
You were saying that this
No, I
season when it
didn't.
was the Cardinals' favorite. Was he not saying that?
I never said he was the top prospect of the century.
You literally said he
one
could
of the
be
best
one of the best.
receiver
Yeah.
prospects of this decade, or the past 2 decades probably.
Well, still, it
But
doesn't make sense for them to trade down and not
Neighbors
give
is
him
really
the best.
good.
One of
This
the
is
best.
one of the strongest receiver
But
classes
I
since
think
probably
he's far and
2019.
away, even in this class, like the best receiver.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. He
didn't
switched
even
up
have the
after
best
the
stats.
Cardinals. Okay, I agree for sure.
All right, so Zeke's kind of iffy on that
Yeah.
one.
And then getting into guess the sports video game teams. Who wants to go first?
I got it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So the Madden team that I'm saying. So the quarterback is a 68 overall.
Oh my god.
The Jets.
Nope.
Dang.
The running back is a 79. Keep in mind this is all updated injuries. and
Okay,
everything.
yeah.
Okay. Wide receiver 1 is a 90. Wide receiver 2 is a 78, and the tight end is an 87.
And this is current with
Current.
injuries?
Current with injuries. I believe that wide receiver 2 might be close. I think he was injured a few weeks back, but I think he's back.
I'd say like the Chargers, but tight end doesn't fit.
I feel like it's like a Vikings or Bengals type team with
That's
an
what I'm
injured
thinking.
quarterback and a good receiver, but I feel like it's not one of them. Because Jamar and Jefferson are higher.
I was thinking like Keenan Allen for like 90, but I knew the tight end wouldn't fit
The
there.
90 seems like
Who was the tight end?
87.
That's
Oh,
high.
shit.
That's what's throwing me off.
What?
Who is that?
It's the Browns.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Joe Flacco's a
my
68.
God.
That's
Amari's a
disgusting.
90?
Yeah. That also surprised me. And then Njoku's an 87 now.
He should be higher right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should be a 90. He should be a 90 or 91 right now. He's
That's fair.
That-
Kelsey prime level.
That threw me off. The 68 really messed me up.
Yeah, I should have thought of that. I
And
should
then
have
that
thought
wide
about the
receiver
fact
2 was
that-
Elijah Moore. I guess he had a concussion, so maybe.
Yeah.
But that was this
Okay.
week, so.
Yeah.
The injuries
That's a good
threw me
one.
off on that. But that was good.
Yeah, that's gonna get people for sure. My 2K team. Point guard is an 83. Shooting guard is an 82. Small forward and power forward are an 80, and the center is an 85.
Is that the Spurs?
No.
Repeat it one more time.
Point guard 83, shooting guard 82, small forward and power forward are an 80, and the center is an 85. The center is balling out. I'll give you that hint for you.
Is it the Heat?
No,
No.
it's the Rockets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Albert Sengun is balling out. He's an 85.
I was actually about to go with him.
Yeah,
From unexpected.
and then it's honestly pretty fair ratings.
Yeah.
For the
Honestly.
Rockets, and they're a good team right now.
I totally blanked on them.
85
dude.
just
I
had me,
think-
like, as soon as I heard 85 center, I thought Wemby, but I think he's an 86 now, so I don't know.
I was thinking Bam.
Yeah.
But I knew Jimmy.
Bam's like an 89, I think.
Yeah, I think.
I
he
think
should
they
be
have
in
him
the
rated
90s,
low.
dude. They should
I
have
think
Bam
that's
in
what
the 90s.
that's what I
I'm not,
that was
like-
my mindset on that. They have Bam rated low.
Especially after last year, he should at least be a 90.
I know they have Jimmy rated
Minimum.
low too. So, but I knew Jimmy wouldn't be that low. I had no clue.
Yeah. Then you want to go ahead and do yours?
I feel like we've all had pretty over the last few weeks pretty mediocre teams.
Yeah,
Mine's
relatively.
pretty mediocre too.
Okay.
2K team, point guard 81, shooting guard 81, small forward 83, power forward 84,
Is this the Jazz?
center
That's
81.
what I was thinking because we just did them, but I don't think so.
No, it's not the Jazz.
81 center, you said?
Center 81.
Is this the Nets?
He just
No.
did that.
I think the ratings on this team, they really surprised me. I was telling you guys this earlier. I was kind of
81
shocked.
center. That's like
I think the
I don't
center is
know.
rated fairly, but some of the other positions are a bit questionable in my opinion.
Are they like a decent team?
They're kind of bad right now. They're gonna blow it up.
81 Blazers?
They're gonna blow it up. I'll put it that way.
Pistons?
This is. I really don't want to put out a guess because I can't think right now, but I'm trying to think of one at least. It's really tough though.
They're in trade talks all the time lately.
Oh, the Bulls.
The Bulls.
Okay.
Okay.
But I thought those ratings
What was
for
the
power
really
forward?
hard rank? That's
the
a really
power
hard rank.
forward was an 84.
So that's
th-
Vucevic.
No, we switched.
The
to center.
Vucevic is center.
They have him in an 81.
Yeah,
Kind of disrespectful.
I know.
He's
That's
still
bit, yeah.
okay. Like he's like.
and they had Levine
usable.
at an 81. They had
That's
DeMar at an
about-
84.
81 is pretty wild for
That
Levine.
I looked at it
Especially
and
with
I
all the
was like,
hype
It's
over
more like an
it.
87.
I know.
Yeah.
I thought it was disgusting when I looked at that. I was like, that's why some people will
That's
get all mad
interesting.
about. I kind of used that one to prove a point of
Yeah.
like 2K ratings are like sometimes so egregious. Like,
yeah, they are pretty bad. A lot of the time they are. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have guessed that one if you didn't say the trade one because I immediately
Yeah.
thought of Levine and DeRozan and I was like, oh.
Yeah,
okay.
every single trade.
Dude,
Oh,
every
yeah,
single
Levine
one
and
right now.
DeRozan.
They always have DeRozan or Levine in them.
Mhm.
And then getting
We're talking about
into
trades. We should probably talk about that trade real quick.
we're getting into that in a little bit.
yeah, we'll get into it.
Side segments first. Getting into would you rather's. I'll
Oh,
go
man.
first because I really like mine.
Okay.
I'll start with you, Zeke. Your would you rather is going to be Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Tim Duncan or MJ.
MJ,
Tim Duncan or LeBron.
LeBron.
Tim Duncan or Kobe Bryant.
Here we go. I'm going with Tim Duncan.
Okay. Damn, that's comments there right
okay,
there.
my case got the 5
I'm
rings.
not putting this in the TikTok.
2 MVPs. 13 All NBAs
No, I
and 13 All NBA defense in a row consecutive. That's disgusting.
Yeah. Tim Duncan or Magic Johnson.
I'm taking Magic.
Tim Duncan or
Actually-
Kareem. Oh,
I don't know. I guess I'd go
Magic.
Magic just for like
okay.
because he was different. You know.
Tim Duncan or Kareem.
I'm gonna stick with Kareem there.
Okay. Tim Duncan or Shaq.
If I'm trying to like build a dynasty,
Oh man.
a real dynasty, I'm going with Tim Duncan. But, I mean,
Ooh,
Shaq was definitely
okay.
better, like a better basketball player.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Tim Duncan or Larry Bird.
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan or Hakeem.
I guess I'll go with Hakeem there, but
Really?
like if we're going off of like pure skill, but like if we're going
Okay.
off of accolades, of course Tim Duncan.
Yeah. Tim Duncan or Bill Russell?
Tim Duncan for sure.
Tim Duncan or Wilt Chamberlain?
Tim Duncan.
Okay. Parker, your would you rather is Tim Duncan.
All right.
Tim Duncan or MJ?
MJ.
Tim Duncan or LeBron?
Braun.
Tim Duncan or Kobe Bryant?
I think Zeke already pretty summed it up perfect. I'm not that high on Kobe, but I still respect him, but I'd still put Timmy over him.
Had to include the respect in Kobe. Okay. Tim Duncan or Magic Johnson? I feel like that's actually the hardest
That
one
one's
here.
that one's pretty
That-
hard.
That
Shaq.
one is really tough.
I
That
like
one or
Magic
Shaq?
a lot. I think Magic did more for the game than like Tim did, but I think
okay.
Tim's
But you're going
accolades.
somewhere else.
Tim didn't really like change the game.
He didn't change the game.
If
He
you
was
look
just,
at
like, a really good
Magic
player in
and
it.
Larry had like a whole. They
Yeah, they
were
changed it.
basketball. They made basketball for such a long time. So I'd take Magic.
Okay. Tim Duncan or Kareem?
I'll take Kareem.
Tim Duncan or Shaq?
I think Shaq was like more dominant than Tim
Yeah.
ever was.
Yeah.
But like if you're looking at like longevity, like I feel like Tim was more consistent for
Dedication
longer.
to the game.
Yeah, dedication to the
Yeah.
game of
Like
basketball.
if you're a
I'm-
GM,
This is more so
yeah,
like
if
I'm
you're
taking Tim
just
Duncan.
Yeah.
as a player, though, I feel like.
As a player,
For-
of course, Shaq's
yeah.
better.
yeah, as a player, Shaq's better. But if I'm looking to build a team, I want to take Tim Duncan.
Okay. Tim Duncan or Larry Bird?
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan or Hakeem?
That one's actually really
That one's
hard.
actually kind of tough.
Yeah.
I think I'm still gonna stick with Tim.
Okay. Tim Duncan or Bill Russell?
Tim Duncan.
And then Tim Duncan or Wilt Chamberlain?
Tim Duncan.
Okay. Best would you rather we've had?
That was a good one.
That one's
That one's
tough.
gonna
to
get
that
views.
one's
That
actually-
one's
a lot
gonna
of
get
people are gonna
views
be
for
hating,
sure.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. It's
That
gonna be
one's
interesting.
super opinionated.
The,
That's
the
thing.
Tim and Kobe
Yeah.
one, but I don't even care, bro.
I'll probably put one as Tim and Kobe, one as Tim and Shaq. Or I don't know. That's gonna be hard.
I think you should
decide.
put Zeke
Tim and
as
Shaq
or
Tim
Hakeem.
and Kobe.
Hakeem would be a good one too. Or no, I'll probably put Magic, honestly, for one of them. Magic is a
Okay.
really close call.
All of those, a lot of those were really
Yeah.
close. Besides like the LeBron and MJ.
Yeah, I
ones,
had to
like-
throw those in.
Yeah.
there.
it was just like-
And then you want to go next since you got
Yeah,
yours?
sure. My would you rather was Miles Turner. So Bryson, I'll start off with you. Miles Turner or Bam?
Ooh, that's tough
Close.
this season. I'll probably still take Bam just because Bam is ridiculous when especially in the playoffs, he's ridiculous. So
Mhm. Miles Turner or Vooch?
yeah, Miles Turner.
Miles Turner or Chet?
I'll take Chet, I guess. That's really close, actually. I'll take Chet though. That just seems right.
All right. Miles Turner or Nurkic?
Miles Turner.
Okay. Miles Turner or Brooke Lopez?
That's actually a pretty good one. I think Miles Turner. No.
It's
Brook Lopez
really-
has a
That's
good
really close.
defense.
I
That's
feel
a
like-
hard
So
one.
does Miles Garrett. I mean, he was on that list too. I think he was at like 2.3. Miles
Garrett.
Garrett. My bad.
No, yeah, I know.
Miles
They both
Turner.
have insanely good defense. Brook Lopez is averaging 3 blocks a game, though.
Yeah,
Dude,
we're
Brook
talking
Lopez
defense
does
and
not
with
get the
names
love he
Miles.
deserves. Brooke Lopez needs more love.
I do like Brook Lopez a lot, but I'm going to go with Miles Turner because
Okay.
younger, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. Miles Turner or Drummond?
Miles Turner, but Drummond is good.
Drummond's been doing okay.
Dude, his rebounding,
His
he
scoring's
stayed
always been-
consistent.
He's
and,
always
like,
been decent. He's always been decent. People just hate on
Shit,
him.
if Andre Drummond stays in the league for like 20 years, he could be chasing like the rebound record.
He
Still.
could.
He,
Yeah,
like, puts
that's
up, like,
true.
A good like 90 or even on bench.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
true.
All right, Miles Turner or Al Horford?
That's also a really good one. Giannis's worst nightmare. I'll go Miles Turner for the same reason I did.
Brook Lopez.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
younger and has more potential for the next
Yeah,
few years
smart.
and this season, I think.
All right.
Although, Horford is really good. He can shoot
He's
good.
been doing good this year.
For
He's
how
really
old?
good.
His last year,
He's
but
been
He's,
good, yeah.
he's actually like
He
old,
should
but like
retire after
40
this
years
year.
old.
yeah, he's
He
actually
wants a
so
ring
good
before
for
he
like.
retires.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
It's not happening.
I mean, you never
Not gonna
know.
happen.
Celtics do the same thing every year. They win a ton of games, get the 1 seed, and then
Go to
suck.
the
Yeah.
championship. Eastern Conference
Boston
Finals.
sports in general. I don't know why that doesn't get talked about
Yeah.
more. Boston sports in general. The Boston
Yeah.
Bruins for anyone else who watches hockey. All right, Zeke, your would you rather is Miles Turner. Miles Turner or Bam?
I'm taking Bam.
Miles Turner or Vooch?
I'd go with Miles Turner at this point.
I feel like Vooch's contract looks worse than it
Yeah.
was at the time. Like when they signed him, it was like a really big deal, and that's when like Lonzo was healthy.
Trade and,
They
like,
just brought
put
in
together, like,
Levine.
a really good team. And
I
then
feel
just
like
kinda fell apart.
that
It wasn't
team-
even their fault. Either.
Yeah.
It just happened.
that's kind of like one of my favorite like what if kind of teams.
Yeah.
Because you guys remember when DeMar had like 3 buzzer beaters in a row, and that team was like buzzing.
They were for a fat like week.
Yeah.
They
He
were
was going
solid.
insane
DeMar was
for a
electric,
little bit,
bro.
dude. I know.
He was putting up like 40
People
pieces.
were calling
dude.
him MVP for like a week.
Yeah.
So,
All right,
He turned into TJ Warren in the bubble.
literally. Miles Turner or Chet.
Chet. For sure.
Miles Turner or Nurkic.
I'd go with Miles Turner.
Miles Turner or Brook Lopez.
I'd still go with Miles Turner, to be honest.
Okay. Miles Turner or Drummond.
Miles Turner.
Miles Turner or Al Horford.
Miles Turner.
Okay.
Okay.
I like Miles Turner a lot. He's
Me
pretty
too. I wanted the Suns to get him really bad.
Yeah,
I wanted
for
him
a
so bad
while.
on Phoenix, dude. If we could have swapped him for Ayton,
good.
they
I feel
wanted
like
Ayton too.
shit, between the Suns and Lakers, like, you would think Miles Turner played for them. How often he gets
Yeah, I
talked
know.
about.
I know, he should have been a Sun.
He
Yeah.
should have been for sure. We would have been
Should have
cooking
locked
with
in
them.
him and Buddy Hield. You're always like in talks to get
Yeah.
I know.
We would've
Lakers
cooked
too.
with both.
Lakers
of
have
them,
been
bro.
like getting mock trades for Buddy
Every-
Hield
For
and Miles
everyone,
Turner
though.
The
since like 2018.
Dude,
Yeah.
the Lakers
Lakers
get
get
mock
trades
trades
for
for
everyone.
everyone. They have one for like KD right now. It's like gross.
That's funny.
And then you got yours.
Yep.
I forgot we were still on Would You Rather. I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. So I'll start with you.
Okay.
Your would you rather is CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
So CeeDee Lamb or DK Metcalf?
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb or Debo Samuel?
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb or Mike Evans?
CeeDee.
CeeDee Lamb or Amon-Ra St. Brown?
That one's close, but I think CeeDee Lamb has more of a leadership role than he does.
Yeah. Okay. CeeDee Lamb or Devontae Adams?
So. CeeDee this season at least for sure.
CeeDee Lamb or Stephon Diggs?
CeeDee.
Okay. I was gonna say like because
It's somewhat close,
bro
but not really.
Stephon Diggs doesn't even have 1,000
He's
yards
bad
this
this
year.
year.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
is not good this season.
He's been bad this
And
season.
he's got a bad attitude.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
he
He's
sucks.
a diva. CeeDee Lamb or Jamar Chase?
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb or AJ Brown?
CeeDee at this point in the season. I already know who the last one's gonna be.
CeeDee Lamb or Tyreek Hill?
Oh, not that. Tyreek.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going Tyreek. I'm surprised Jefferson wasn't on there.
Oh no. Well,
I
he
was
was
wait- I
injured
was
too
waiting
much
for
this
it.
year. I
Yeah,
just
that's
didn't do
He
it.
didn't play that Cavalier.
I'll move on to Parker. So your would you rather is CeeDee Lamb?
All right,
CeeDee Lamb or DK Metcalf?
I'll take CD.
CeeDee Lamb or Debo Samuel?
I like Debo a lot actually, but I think I'm still gonna stick with CD.
CeeDee Lamb or Mike Evans?
CD.
CeeDee Lamb or Amon-Ra St. Brown?
I'm kind of with your reasoning on that.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna take CD.
Okay. CeeDee Lamb or Devontae Adams?
I feel like if you had, I feel like Devontae was in such a bad situation this year.
Yeah, he does have a
Like he has a terrible like
Dude.
situation that he's in.
That's like the main reason I didn't go with him.
Devontae Adams.
I feel
are
like-
a New York Jet.
If you put him in the same situation as CD, I would take him. But like
Yeah.
as of
know,
right
dude.
now,
That's actually
CeeDee's gross.
that's what I was gonna say with Amon-Ra. If they had the exact same stats as they do right now, but Amon-Ra was on the Cowboys, just a bigger marketed team, I would probably take Amon-Ra.
that's the thing. It's so hard to
I feel
judge
like
him.
it's
CeeDee's
like-
stats are really good
I
this
know.
year.
Yeah.
They're like,
Amon-Ra's like extremely similar though. They had the
Mhm.
exact same stats before the Cowboys Lions game.
yeah, that is
Like
true.
literally the exact same stats.
They are very close. Moving on, CeeDee Lamb or Stephon Diggs?
Stefan's bad, and I don't like his attitude, dude. Like he's
I don't know if it's just December or not, because he always plays bad in December. Have you ever seen that stat?
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of people do.
CeeDee Lamb or Jamar Chase?
I like Jamar a lot. I like the Bengals, but I gotta go CD.
Dude, Jamar Chase still has like 1,100 yards. And
I
he's been
know.
his quarterback for most of the year.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. It's the same like thing with Devontae. It's like situation. You know, like so many teams this year. Like quarterback injuries have been like plagued the entire league
Yeah,
this
dude.
year.
Yeah.
More
It's
than any other.
disgusting. Dude, watching Aaron Rodgers go down after I drafted him and Garrett Wilson, expecting to win the chip this year, actually made me cry.
Dude, Kirk Cousins,
I could have.
rest in peace.
That team could have been something big. Okay, go ahead.
AJ Brown, or well, CeeDee Lamb or AJ Brown? Got sidetracked.
Earlier in the season, I think I would have taken A.J. Brown, but
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either, honestly.
CeeDee
I'm a
Lamb
Cowboys
or
fan.
Tyreek Hill?
Tyreek,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's not that far off now. after
Hey,
that
it's
big
not.
Yeah, no.
game. The
I
gap
just,
is like 80 yards.
I just think
But
it's
also,
it's Tyreek's
Tyreek's down a
speed
game.
and just how good he is. It's ridiculous. CD's good, but by the way,
CeeDee's
guys,
really good.
this is the winning streak aid. If you guys haven't ever
Yeah.
tried it, we're gonna be selling it soon. We made it ourselves. So, getting into start bench cuts.
Oh yeah.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Mine is basically the
Is it
MVP
both of us, or you're
edition,
asking one by one?
one by one.
Okay.
So, Zeke, your start bench cut is Joel Embiid, Luka Doncic, and Jokic. It's a hard one.
You said Jokic, Luka, and
Embiid. I almost
is
threw
really-
Giannis in there instead of Luka, but I was like, he's not that
If
level.
I'm trying to win, I'm going Jokic, Luka, Embiid.
Okay, so start Luka, bench Jokic, cut Embiid. Or start Jokic,
Start
bench
Jokic,
Luka.
bench Luka, cut Embiid.
Okay, I honestly agree with that. Parker, your start bench cut is Joel Embiid, Luka Doncic, and Jokic.
All right. I think I'm going to start Jokic because Jokic is a playoff player. He's a playoff machine, dude. You look at the stuff, he's still, like, averaging gross numbers.
And, yeah, I was going to say regular season and
Yeah,
playoffs.
he's
He
disgusting,
never
dude.
stops.
Like, and he doesn't care about basketball.
You expect inconsistency at some point because it happens to everyone. He just
Bro
doesn't do
only
it.
plays basketball to put food
Yeah.
on the table.
And then I'd say bench Luka because look at what Luka's doing. Look at his
Dude,
team right
it's
now,
gross.
dude.
Yeah, I know.
Kyrie isn't playing half of these games. He dismantled the Suns the other day. Like that
Went for 50.
that was crazy. Like what is he? He's at like, is it 10,000 now? Points?
He just passed 10,000
Yeah.
points.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, like it's
He's at
gross
a
what he's doing.
Decent point.
And he's a good
though.
playoff performer. You know, despite the
Yeah.
Mavs not going last year, I think.
It's not on him.
Yeah, I think they need to like.
They just need to build more.
Yeah,
around
they
him.
need
I
to
don't know
build
what
more
they're
around
doing.
him,
Mark
like-
Cuban
Yeah.
needs to- he sold the team.
Or bring in a new coach. I don't think Jason Kidd's that good of a coach.
Luka,
No.
you are a Los Angeles Laker.
And then this might get some hate, but I agree with you. I'd probably bench Embiid because look what he did in the
bench or cut?
playoffs. Like, or cut Embiid.
Yeah.
All he did, I mean,
He's
just,
not a
he's
playoff
just a
guy.
scorer.
Yeah,
Like-
he's a semifinals merchant.
Yeah, he is. Like he's gonna run for MVP. That's what he did last year. But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
I
Come
think he'll
playoff
probably
time.
win again this year if he
He
keeps it
better
up.
not, bro.
He's
Averaging 35 points.
I know, but his-
yeah,
a center.
35 points is
Yeah.
disgusting, but like
On a really
it's not
good
gonna
team.
carry that team to like a finals. Like you're looking at a guy like Jokic. He's gonna bring in more productivity come like the finals.
yeah, by far.
like
Jokic
Embiid
by
is not a
far the
playoff
better
guy.
player.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was such a big debate last year. Who was better.
MVP is a
I-
regular season
I
award.
stuck
though.
with
Yeah.
I stuck with Jokic, and I'm glad I did because now everyone realizes that he actually is the better.
That
player.
year he probably deserved it, but this year
I still don't know.
Embiid's different.
Yeah.
Embiid he's gonna take it this year, but you know
They do
I think
MVP
if, no,
in
I think
twos
if
at
the
this point. That's
Mavericks
just how it
end
is.
up doing something,
Yeah, that's
that
true.
Luka
Yeah.
should 100% win over Embiid.
that's
no
what
doubt.
I
That's very
think.
fair. Do you want to go first? Or I got.
You got it.
Okay, start bench cut: De'Aaron Fox, Steph Curry, and Jalen Brunson. It's mostly for Parker because he was very vocal about
Say
it
it
earlier.
again.
It's De'Aaron Fox, Steph Curry, Jalen Brunson.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cut Curry. Right? I don't know. It's
Between
really
Brunson,
just
it's really
team,
close
dude.
because
Their stats are so
Curry's
close.
stats aren't that good this year.
I know.
He's
but-
sitting
neither
at
is the
like a little
Warriors.
over 27, and he's only. I think he's only averaging like 4.5 assists.
yeah, his team's really bad though.
Which is
Like,
a
around
part
him
of him
right
not
now.
playing
I
like
know.
how he normally does.
He can't do everything like he.
I mean,
always
even
does,
when the
though.
Warriors were bad, he's still putting up good numbers.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
now he's putting up like he's. I mean, those numbers are still like really good, but like they're not.
Not
like-
not what he was.
Yeah,
He's-
it was like.
It's like the first
and
sign of him
that's another
slowing
thing. You
down.
can't expect your star guard that's been on the team for. This is like his 15th season. Right?
Yeah, this might get hate. I'm gonna start Brunson, bench Fox, and cut Curry, because Brunson's been different. I know Fox has been very
Fox has
different,
been extremely different,
but I feel like Brunson's bringing a lot right now.
that's crazy. I would have cut Brunson.
I wouldn't.
And bench Curry.
I think Brunson's been crazy this season.
Okay.
Especially on a
That's
like
a huge hot take.
on
You
another
know, that is
team,
crazy.
like,
that deserves its own.
his
post,
team
I think.
isn't like insane either.
Yeah.
At all. Like if you
That's
put
good.
him on
I like it.
if you put them all in the same situation, I feel like he would outperform them right now.
Okay.
Especially because his build too.
Okay, I'll
Zeke-
repeat it for you.
Yeah.
Start bench cut: De'Aaron Fox, Steph Curry, and Jalen Brunson.
You know how I feel about that Villanova squad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Love for all those guys. I love Jalen Brunson. I love Bridges. I love that whole squad. But Jalen Brunson's been doing really good this season. Like,
Yeah.
he's taken a step up these past 2 years.
I don't know his stats off the top of my head, but
They're really good.
they're pretty
Dude, since he's been off the Mavs, like having like a team where he can do
I
his own
remember
thing.
like people really laughed off that deal, and me included. Like when he got that huge deal. From
I know.
The Knicks.
He showed off in that.
And
in
honestly,
that
now
playoffs.
that deal looks like an underpay.
Yeah.
It
He looks
does.
really good. Like he's an all-star this year, probably.
Yeah.
He is an
He will
all-star
be.
this year, but dude, Fox can't go unnoticed. I start Fox every day of the week. Fox is a beast, dude.
That's fair.
This year, I don't think there's a question. Between Brunson and Curry, that's really close for me. They're pretty interchangeable for me,
I
but
feel like the only reason people are keeping
I don't know,
Curry
but,
in
like-
talks is because his name.
Yeah, but
Be-
also keep in
like-
mind Curry is Curry. Like
I know,
he
but-
can go for
I know, but he's
50
not.
every night.
because of
He's
team
not, though.
success,
He's
currently,
he still had games this year where he's looked.
Yeah.
really
All
good.
three. He just hasn't had as many. As
Yeah, he just
anyone
hasn't
else,
been like
though.
super consistent.
There's so many
like,
players doing way
he
more
lost
than him
his
now.
streak for his
Yeah.
scoring.
And
first
Yeah.
half.
There's so many players doing way more than him right now.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna say
continue.
I really like Curry. I like what he's done, but currently I'm gonna take Brunson because of team success. You know, Curry's led that team forever, and like now they're finally starting to slow down, and
Okay.
so is he.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
And then your start bench.
all right.
Oh yeah.
So I'll start with Bryson. My start bench cut is LaMelo Ball, De'Aaron Fox, and Damian Lillard.
Okay, well I'm starting Fox. That's what I know. Between LaMelo and Dame,
That's tough. I was looking at it. I was like,
dude.
oh,
If LaMelo was on the Bucks right now, come on, that'd be gross.
I don't know. He
I
hasn't.
think
He
so.
hasn't really played with like
Passing to
veteran guys
Giannis,
and stuff
bro.
Like that, though.
If this
Like,
dude was passing to Giannis, it'd be gross. He'd be
I don't
averaging
know.
15 assists
well,
to Giannis.
still like a little
alone.
like kiddish, you know.
I know
It's
he
just,
is, but
Like, I have a hard time seeing him.
It's
with,
'cause
like,
he doesn't-
Giannis, you know, you just.
it's because he doesn't have to do
goof
anything. Because the
around,
Hornets are literally a joke of a team. Like he
Yeah.
probably wants out at this point.
Dude,
so.
when they had Miles Bridges in
good-
like what was it, like 2020
setup for
season,
him,
they were
yeah.
like fun to watch.
Yeah, but I honestly, like, even if you look at stats, I'm gonna bench LaMelo and cut Dame.
Okay, I agree.
Okay.
Okay.
Same one.
Yeah, De'Aaron Fox, LaMelo, then
Saves
Yeah.
editing time for me. I'll
Yeah.
keep this part in, guys. Okay. So
Alright.
that was a pretty good one, though. Actually, I like that LaMelo and Dame debate is close.
it's definitely close. I thought about it. Like I didn't vocalize it,
Yeah.
but like when I was sitting
Yeah.
there, I was thinking about it. I was just like, you know what? At this
Yeah.
point in time, I'd rather have LaMelo.
I
Yeah,
think
especially since how
I knew
young
Fox
he
would be a
is.
standout, but like
Yeah.
the other
Dude.
two, I knew would be.
I mean,
close.
Fox is like a vet at this point. He just really took
Yeah.
a big step. Like
He
still feels
his
so
most
young to
improved
me.
player window is closed, but he could have had it at one point.
I don't know.
I think it is. There's
There's
a
What were
lot
his
more
stats
improved
last year? He
players.
wasn't maybe 27.
like 26 or 27.
I
He's
think
only
he was
averaging a
like
couple more.
26.
I think it was. Yeah, it was right there.
It was like right in
The difference though between 27 and 30 is being an all-star starter and not being an all-star starter though.
it. Yeah,
Kinda, yeah.
that's true.
We're getting into the blind player stat comparison.
I'm excited for this
It's a
one.
fun one. I'll go ahead and start.
All right.
So, QB1 has a touchdown interception ratio of 28 to 10. He has 3,907 yards, completion of 64.4%, QBR of 56.9, and a passer rating of 96.2.
Oh, I didn't go that in depth in stats. I just went
Yeah,
like
it's fine.
basis.
QB2, touchdown to interception is 27 to 14, so one less touchdown, four more interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
4,183 yards, about 200 more. Completion of
I know who this player is.
67.2%. I know. So 3 more percent. QBR of 62.5, so about 6 more. And then a passer rating of 92.6, so about 4 less. No guessing for this one. Who would you rather have on your team?
Yeah, I think I know who it is, but
Probably.
Because I know the. I know that.
I know
go
number
with
2.
it. Just go with it. I know number 2 is a lot more obvious than number 1, but
Yeah. What was the yardage on number 1?
3,907, so just a little bit, like
I'm trying to
280.
think who that is. Like, it's like.
You'll see. It's pretty good. It's interesting.
Hmm.
Who would you rather have? He also has 4 less interceptions and 1 more touchdown than player 2. But QB2 has a little bit more yards.
What was the QBR on both?
Player 1 has 96.2. Player 2 has 92.6.
This is actually tough.
It is tough.
It's really like
'Cause I know who the
exactly
second guy
similar
is.
stats.
I know it's Mahomes.
So.
like,
So, who would you rather have, player 1 or player 2?
I guess player 2. I don't even know who player 1 is.
Yeah, I'd take player 2 there.
Player 1 is Baker.
Oh.
Yeah. Going back to my before the season even started prediction of him going off, this dude's putting up Mahomes numbers this year and doing better than him.
Parker, go ahead and do yours. 'Cause
All right.
I'm gonna mix up mine real quick.
My-
I had Mahomes on one.
All right. I did NBA blind stats, so they're nearly identical. It's pretty crazy, actually.
Okay.
You're looking at 13, 11, and 1.5 on 55% field goal versus 13, 11, and 4 on 48% field goal. Nearly identical stats.
Repeat it one more time. I zoned out.
Number 1, 13, 11, and 1.5 on 55% field goal. And number 2, 13, 11, and 4 on 48% field goal.
I think I know. I know. I don't know which one he is, but I know Nurkic is one of them. Probably right. I'm gonna go player 2, even though it's probably Nurkic, and the other one's probably 8. Oh, god damn it! Fucking set me up.
Yeah.
Okay.
You, bro.
Yeah, Nurkic has a little bit better stats. It's really close. That's crazy.
Nurkic has been playing pretty good.
Yeah.
Last year.
Dude,
Like,
I want to point out I was on that. I want to
I
point
mean, it
out
was
he
never
has
like
been good for the
a
Suns.
super hot take.
Okay.
I just disagreed, and I mean, good for the Suns is a stretch because we've sucked ass.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, but look at last night.
Yeah, I guess.
Us beating the Wolves, we looked so good. I want to point that out.
I didn't realize
He
that.
still had like 19 points, despite like
Mhm.
playing with the big 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll go ahead and do mine. So,
You didn't. Oh, you didn't pick. But. Play
well,
one or
I
two.
mean, I already know the name.
Yeah.
I would go with Nurkic
Okay.
at that point. Okay, let's just do both for one, honestly, because like as soon as you say
Okay.
the name, it kind of like.
Okay.
Okay, so player A has. Player A has 4,280 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions.
I know that one.
Yeah, and then player B has 3,678 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions.
You asshole. I'm going player 2.
Yeah,
Dak Prescott's better than Josh Allen. Or is that who it was or no?
No.
Oh, I was tripping.
Who was it? It was Brock Purdy and Lamar Jackson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought because I thought the first one was Josh Allen for
No.
sure.
Yeah, I take number 2.
Okay.
Brock Purdy does have more touchdowns, huh? Repeat it again.
It was 31 touchdowns and 11 interceptions with 4,280 yards. And Lamar has 3,678 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 7 picks.
Well, yeah, if we're going off,
Let me go.
if we're going off blind, and I didn't know who they were, I would have
Yeah,
picked
you would've
Purdy.
picked Brock Purdy.
But
Yeah.
like realistically, Purdy folds in big situations.
Yeah.
Hard,
Yeah, we saw
and
4
Lamar
picks and
cooks,
selling my
bro.
fantasy.
I'll
Lamar
also
cooks
throw
like
in that Lamar has
crazy.
5 rushing touchdowns. And
Yeah.
I believe Purdy has 3, but it's it might be
know.
2.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
I
it's
checked
two.
it earlier. I just
We
don't
got to
remember
stop
the
guessing, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like it's Lamar and as for like the leadership and stuff.
number. Okay.
So,
Alright.
getting into a debate segment mainly for you two.
Okay.
Who is the better athlete in their sport all time?
Oh, yeah,
Ronaldo
yeah,
or LeBron?
You want to start?
Dude,
I'm gonna go ahead and put out there. I think it's
LeBron
LeBron.
Ryder, Ronaldo Ryder.
I think it's LeBron, but I'm not gonna get too much into it because I
Dude.
don't know enough about soccer. So I'm gonna let you guys
I'm
do
just gonna
this one.
say, like,
point it out, dude.
okay, so like Ronaldo has 5 Ballon d'Ors, which would be equivalent to MVPs,
Yeah.
pretty much. I mean, like,
I mean, yeah.
okay, so there's that, and then he has 5 rings. He has 5 Champions Leagues, and then I don't know what his like what he has for La Liga, and I know he has a Premier League, 2 Premier League titles. I don't know.
I think he's got
But-
2 prems.
me, I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't kept up with Ronaldo.
I'm just gonna
lately.
say, oh wait, Ronaldo different.
Dude, it's like, I like Ronaldo, but always been more of a Messi guy. but
Yeah, I don't like LeBron. I'm a Jordan guy, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the same kind of thing, different
That's why
sport.
this is a fun one.
Yeah.
I'd probably go Braun. Ronaldo low key
Braun is
playing in
just
like a farmers league, bro.
Well, he's old now. That's like.
but so
that's
is Braun.
That's the equivalent of
Yeah.
Braun going to the Lakers and building a super team like he does every time he goes to another team.
That team is not
He
a
just-
super team,
He
bro.
just
He's
buys
got
a team,
80.
bro. Well, a few years back, like that. It's just like
That's a
he just
That's a
brings
fair-
in
that's
guys
fair
in free
points for
agency
both
every
sides.
But
year.
look what he's doing still. At this age is disgusting. This is like he still puts up like
Bro.
40 every few games.
yeah.
Like
Bro, okay. Ronaldo had 57 goals this year. He was the goal leader.
That's also true. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
For how
I
old?
mean, it
He's
is
like 39.
Okay,
right, or
also
38.
the Saudi league has been building up slowly and slowly.
Yeah, but
they,
like the
they
Saudi-
bring in European stars every year. Like this year, they brought in like the best teams in the Saudi league, which Ronaldo isn't even on the best team in the Saudi league. Like,
yeah, but they just funnel with him. Like they feed him with like the
yeah,
free
why
kicks.
wouldn't they? I mean, they're
How many
it's like-
goals does he have off of free kicks?
I don't think it's that many off free kicks. Pens, yes.
Yeah,
but
pens
it's
and
not
free
that
kicks,
bad.
dude.
I know, it's like he's like a pen merchant. I'll give you
He
that.
is a pen merchant.
But don't foul him in the box, and you won't have to.
You-
That's like saying that somebody's a free
Free
throw
throw.
merchant.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I was
but
about to
you
bring
can't
that
make
up.
that about Braun. Braun's not a good
Well,
free throw shooter.
yeah, exactly.
But dude,
That's like-
Braun
That's true.
in any sport. Braun had the best title in all the sports. 3-1 comeback. That is the best win in all the sports.
Yeah, that is the best win. in all
Ronaldo
sports.
against,
Don't
against Atletico.
Don't even, bro.
Bro, they were hating so hard, and then he came back. That's what he did.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
look
3-1
at
though. Come on, that's
Like-
that's
Yeah,
that's
from
literally
game,
never.
from game 1 to game 2, he scored a hat trick.
I'm just saying, dude.
I don't got nothing on that. I don't know.
I think that, I don't know if that was group stage. I think it was semifinals or something like that.
He
but I
he
don't
beat
remember off
the
top of my head.
best team of all time. The
Yeah.
best team of all time with prime Steph.
Ronaldo had to face the Messi, Neymar, Suarez front. That was like the most disgusting front in soccer history right there. And
Dude,
Ronaldo
but that-
was out there beating
They've
him,
just
bro.
had like identical careers in different
yeah,
sports.
honestly,
It's
they're
crazy,
really
dude.
similar careers. Like that's.
I
You
could
can-
go.
you can make
I
it.
could go
And
either
if,
way.
Like if you did some research, like if I had prep on this, like
Yeah, if
Yeah.
I
if we
prepped.
both had
We shoulda-
prep,
we
like
shoulda
we
done
could have
that.
really got like something good at it. But
Yeah.
We'll make that we'll just make it a full video at some
the
point.
difference, okay, my final argument is that I think Ronaldo's still the best soccer player of all time. Because I mean, you can't compare world with club because I mean,
Yeah, it's two
Argentina is
different
one of
leagues.
the best
Mm.
countries for soccer, and
Yeah.
Portugal wasn't known for anything before Ronaldo started playing.
Dude, the last World Cup was like the best World Cup ever.
Dude, it really was.
That was one
They
of my.
cheated.
It was.
They
Mbappe.
cheated Mbappe.
His hat trick. That was gross.
Dude, that was the craziest. That was my favorite soccer
Oh,
game.
keep
ever.
in mind, we're talking about Farmers League. Dude, the French league was garbage.
The French league was
doing
terrible.
nothing, bro.
Yeah.
He literally went for
It
like
was
a
only
whopping 6
Mbappe,
goals, bro.
Dude, I
of the
know.
season.
He's eating it up on Inter though.
Bro, if you
Yeah.
yeah, but it's MLS. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
it's the
that-
same argument.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're both kind of farmers leagues at this point.
Yeah,
But they're both old.
keep in mind Ronaldo played in Europe longer than Messi too, so there's that too.
So you guys sticking with
Yeah,
your picks?
Yeah, I'm sticking with my pick. I think Ronaldo's really good, you know.
Messi World Cup. World Cup.
You stick with LeBron?
Dude, I could flip either way, but like I'm gonna take LeBron.
Okay.
But I mean, like they're both like different in their own way. Like you know, like
it's
they were
like
just, like-
crazy how identical their
like,
careers are.
dude, both like extremely athletic, like freaks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
athletic specimens, dude. Look at Ronaldo's.
Ronaldo's
vertical.
like
It's
6'4",
absurd.
can jump like 5 feet up
Yeah,
in the
Ronaldo
air,
was a
bro.
crazy athlete. I
It's
mean,
disgusting.
like LeBron's different. Like they're both
They're
just
similar. In the
I
way.
mean,
Inhuman.
it's just
For,
crazy,
like,
like,
compared to their
Inhuman,
sport,
bro.
and they're like
yeah.
being that much athletic than everyone else.
and it's not like
They're
either of them
similar.
are like the head goat. Like,
Yeah,
it's not like a
both of them
Gretzky.
are like
have
arguably
identical
not even
careers,
the best
bro.
player.
Yeah,
like,
that's
in
the
their
thing.
sport.
It's not like a Gretzky or someone like that where it's
Yeah.
like it's not even debatable or like a Tom Brady. You know, you can't debate
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
Like,
It's so weird. Like now that we're talking about how
Yeah,
similar
they're
their
really
careers
similar,
are
like,
in
even,
different
like-
sports, scoring titles.
I could really go
MVPs,
either way,
wins.
but
and like they
I'd
could
probably
never
take
match
LeBron.
another guy. Like it's just like
No, yeah,
I mean,
it's
crazy.
absurd, dude.
even though Ronaldo has better club stats than Messi, does, come on.
But getting into the next segment, scared because our overrated
Oh
player
no,
draft,
bro! I forgot about this.
our
I'm
overrated
scared.
player draft bombed on Insta. I mean, did good.
It did
but
good, but it got a
bombed
lot of
for
hate.
comments. That
It
was
was-
it's
still going,
It's
man.
still a minefield out there. So for this one, shouldn't get as much hate. underrated player draft. We're
Okay.
gonna pick hopefully 6, maybe 5 players, and whoever has the most underrated team wins. You guys decide. So, same setup. We'll just start with who started
Okay.
last time. Do you remember?
I started.
You.
Oh, was it
I
you?
started, and then
I thought it
No,
was
he
me.
started
Yeah, I
last time,
started
so you
last
start.
time.
Okay.
Right.
So with my first pick, I decided I'm gonna go with Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Because I think so. He's already known as the best power forward of all time,
Mhm.
which is like I don't think that's arguable at this point.
You can make a case for like one of the best centers, dude.
Well, he wasn't really center. He was a
Yeah.
power forward.
I mean, you look at some of the
I mean,
stats
he did play
when he
center
did play
sometimes,
center.
but, like,
Not
my book, he's a
primarily.
power forward.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter though. But I think they mostly cost him there because then you would have to put him against all the great centers and
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think he just played power forward in my opinion.
Yeah.
But so Tim Duncan, I feel like he should be regarded as like a top 5 or like 6 kind of guy, you know.
Okay. That's
So, like-
fair. And people just don't rate
And
him.
my
there.
logic on that was okay. He was first team All NBA as a rookie. That's
Yeah,
disgusting.
that is insane.
I don't think it's gotten close to that since All NBA. Like,
No. It is pretty crazy.
like the last player to even make an All Star game as a rookie was Yao Ming, and he had China backing him. He wasn't even that good as a rookie.
No.
So,
they rigged his vote
Bro.
crazy, dude.
so like
okay.
the difference between that, like not only was he an All Star, he was first team All NBA.
Yeah.
Which that means he was the best power forward out of college.
Yeah.
Like that's disgusting. And then he was a 13-time consecutive All NBA and All Defense player.
Yeah. That's ridiculous, actually.
Insane. 2 MVPs, 5 titles. I mean, he averaged 19, 10, and 2 blocks
Yeah.
over his career, and there was some like the back end years where he was just like there.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's
I
really
think-
in my book he's like 5.
Yeah. I think people underrate his career, but not him as much, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's fair.
But I do like that pick.
I feel like he gets underrated because of like that Spurs team.
Yeah, a lot of that is.
I feel like
yeah.
they use it against him.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
in
don't
a
know
weird
why
way,
because
yeah.
half that team wasn't even there. They went to the finals without that team. Like
Yeah.
most
I
of the
know.
players on
That's
that team.
that's what I.
I
can't
guess you could
understand.
argue like 2013, 2014, where
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
2013 he was good. Like 2014,
Yeah, he was still good.
I
Yeah.
believe he was
He was
all
still playing.
NBA
Yeah.
still in 2014.
Which is crazy.
Yeah,
With my first pick, I am going Pau Gasol. I said he's
I like that pick.
probably the most underrated player of all time due to his exceptional skill and impact on the game. He was a 7-foot forward / center, had like insane basketball IQ, elite passing, polished offense, and he was a cornerstone for the championship teams every year. Impact was beyond statistics. He elevated his teammates, played a big role in the Lakers' title runs in 2009 and 10. Unselfish defensive presence and fundamentals
Okay.
made him insane.
I mean that duo with Kobe. is
He
just-
gets
I mean,
he gets
that
overrided
duo
by
with Kobe
Shaq.
elevates Kobe to top 10.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I mean it kind of does.
without
he was,
it,
he was
I mean, did you
ridiculous.
see, those Lakers teams were horrible. in
yeah.
that
He loved Pau
Without
Gasol
him.
too.
Yeah, they were like best
Kobe.
friends.
Kobe hasn't made it known that Pau Gasol is one of the most underrated players as well, but people
Yeah,
still don't
yeah.
talk about it.
I feel like he gets overrated because of Shaq.
Kobe.
Who? Oh,
Yeah.
I was like Pau Gasol.
It took me a second. I was like, huh? And then I figured out what you meant.
I figured.
How did this
I
turn
wanted
into
to make
hating
sure.
on Kobe?
We should probably get off this topic.
Yeah.
Parker.
All right, my first overall pick, ideally the perfect point guard, John Stockton. So
that's
all-time
big,
assist
too.
leader, all-time steal leader by a very large margin.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever touch it.
Nobody's never gonna touch that dude. Like, due to his lack of a chip, he's always gonna be like looked at as one of those guys. But
Yeah.
he doesn't get talked about
He isn't.
at all. He averaged the most assists ever in a season, 14.5.
14.5. I mean, the only guy that really got close was that 1 year with Rondo.
Mhm.
I know, dude. I was just about to bring him up too.
He led the league in assists for 9 straight seasons, which again,
Yeah.
most ever. Never had any physical gifts, but always shined on the court. And like he rarely ever missed a game. That
Don't
doesn't
say
get
it.
talked about enough, dude. Like,
yeah,
he
he's
was an
very
Iron Man.
underrated. I like that pick.
I mean, even like you compare his career like side by side with like Magic, he's not even that far off.
Yeah.
Magic,
Dude,
which
he-
is
It's
crazy.
just
like,
titles.
if you're
Yeah.
looking for like an idealistic point guard, John Stockton is that guy.
If he had like 3 titles, he'd
And
be
then I could say
considered
something
the
about
GOAT,
like the
honestly.
problems he had with his duo
as a point guard. Yeah.
Dude, look at all the. You know why
It's hard
Karl
to be such a
Malone?
great, nice man like John Stockton.
You know why Karl Malone is so high up? Like, you know why Karl Malone has so many points? Because of John Stockton.
Yeah, that's true. honestly.
If you get John Stockton feeding you the ball like 15 times a game, dude.
Come on.
I was cooking right there.
No.
Okay, your
All
turn
right.
again.
And then my number 2 pick, I had Bulls and Bad Boys Pistons legend Dennis Rodman.
I like it.
Arguably one of, if not the greatest rebounder basketball has ever
Non-arguable.
seen. I don't think it's
not,
arguable.
honestly.
I love Dennis Rodman.
He's the all-time rebound leader, right?
I don't think
don't know
the
anymore.
all-time, guys like Wilt and stuff exist, but they didn't even like track it.
I
so.
don't know. I might be wrong, but I don't think
You keep
so.
talking. I'll look it up.
It's always Jordan and Pippen, and everyone seems to forget about Rodman, even though 91-92, he averaged 19 rebounds in one of the most physical eras of all time. He led the league in rebounds for a record of 7 straight years, and he had 2 Defensive Player of the Years and 5
Yeah.
chips.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
made that
his
stat up.
his career is actually insane.
It's Will.
Yeah.
I agree with
then
that one.
Bill
His
Russell.
career was ridiculous, and he gets overlooked. Him and Scottie Pippen get overlooked because of Jordan. So, with my second pick, this wasn't. I mean, I don't. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna go with him because you guys were just talking about that Spurs team, and I'm concerned one of you is gonna take him first.
Oh, no.
Tony Parker.
Oh.
Ooh.
Tony Parker's status comes from his consistency, speed, and clutch performances. They were absolutely instrumental in the Spurs championships.
Very good at basketball. Manu Ginobili too. That
Yeah,
whole team's very
yeah.
underrated.
His floor leadership, ability to control the game, international career make him a prime example of an underrated NBA great because no one talks about him ever.
Yeah.
And he's one of the
always
greatest
Duncan.
international players ever.
Yeah.
So, and no one talks about it. He's one of the big reasons that Tim Duncan was what he was too. So,
Okay.
it's my second pick.
I can't agree.
It's
With,
also like besties
I
with
can't
Wendy.
disagree.
Yeah. And then you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. So my second pick is Hakeem Olajuwon. I feel like
Okay.
a lot of people I was before I made this pick, I was just thinking I want to see what people have in their top 10.
Okay.
He's
And
nowhere.
I rarely half the time he was top 10, and if he was in there,
He was like
10.
9 or 10.
I know, it's weird.
And it's weird when you look how dominant he was, especially
Yeah.
in game. He'd be putting guys like Shaq in the ringer.
yeah.
I was
He
going to
was
say, it's
insane.
always
He'd
him
be
and
going
Shaq are paired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You just have to put them together. If you talk about Shaq, then you have to keep in mind that he got messed up by Hakeem.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like,
Hakeem
the
had him in a
entire-
box.
Like his first 4 seasons, he was just
Yeah.
in the ringer.
Which is understandable, but it's not. It doesn't
Yeah,
change
Shaq
anything.
literally says the reason he put on all that weight was he was getting tired of getting bullied in the post. By
I remember that.
and
So,
I mean,
okay.
I can get into his stats a little bit. He was
Disgusting.
1 MVP, 12-time All-Star, and All NBA. All-time leader in blocks.
Yeah.
Who's
His defense absolutely elevated him to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
a
He was
different level.
a 9-time All Defense.
Jesus.
He has 2 Finals wins, 2 Finals MVPs.
Yeah.
He went to another Finals and lost in '86.
Yeah. Other than
Good
that,
team.
he had a
Very,
perfect
very
career
good
for
player.
himself.
Yeah,
Really, his field goal was never that bad. Nothing
he was great on
ever that bad.
offense. He'd be
Yeah. Because
only player,
every center
one of the
should be
4
that.
players to have a quadruple double. He almost
Yeah,
had 3
That is true.
on multiple
It's
occasions.
crazy,
So, I mean,
actually.
One game he literally had a 6x5, which is insane.
Yeah, I know. He's actually ridiculous. So, was that your second or?
Yeah, that was my second pick.
All right, what's
So
your
you'd
3?
be going again, right?
I go for 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with Dominique Wilkins.
Okay.
That's
I had
a
him lower
really
on my
good
list.
pick.
That's a
Dominique
great
Wilkins, I believe.
It's a great.
I
pick.
believe he averaged 25 points for 9 years straight.
I think it was
in
something
an
like that.
era with Michael Jordan.
He was playing against the best of the
Bird.
best. That's
Yeah.
why he doesn't get talked about.
Yeah,
is 'cause he was-
honestly, people
his
literally
comp.
think of when they think of Dominique Wilkins, they think of him in the dunk contest.
I know.
He
I
was
don't
one
get
of the
that.
best
just
forwards
players
of his
in
era.
gen-
Like,
yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
he was so dominant as an offensive.
was- I mean,
player.
Being one of the
made
best
those
forwards
Hawks
in
teams.
Jordan's era is ridiculous.
Crazy. I mean-
Especially when you don't get talked about ever.
Mhm.
That's a good pick. I do like that one.
He's very good, very
That's a
underrated.
good pick.
My third?
Third.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be.
My third pick, moving to the NFL,
Okay.
Todd Gurley.
Okay.
Todd Gurley's
I like
impact as a running back was undeniable in his prime with the Rams. Combination of speed, power, and elusiveness made him completely dominant. Led the league in rushing touchdowns and yards from scrimmage, and his versatile skill set and ability to change the game as a runner and receiver, just his legacy was tarnished for no reason. No one talks about him. And he was one of the best of this century.
Yeah, I
think.
feel like if you ask people what they think of Todd Gurley. They don't think of that he almost won MVP.
I know. Yeah, he could have easily won.
I don't know.
Not should have. Could have.
Yeah, I was
easily
gonna
won
say
MVP.
could've.
I meant to say could have. But
Yeah.
he's absolutely one of the most underrated running
He was
backs.
very
of all
good.
time.
I think a lot of it he just retired really early.
He did.
Yeah,
I know.
he
That's
could
the
have
thing.
played like 3.
He could have switched
4 more years.
teams and done
I
something
mean, he was
crazy.
playing for Atlanta.
Yeah.
The touchdown
Him on the Rams though
when he
was
lost the game.
just
Yeah,
absolutely
Rams Todd
different.
Gurley
Dude.
was different.
I know. Rams just have always had different players,
Mhm.
like for no reason.
Yeah, they're a good team
All
for
right.
running backs. Kareem Williams.
Yeah.
All right, my number 3 pick, NBA again, Alex English. So in the
He was
80s,
on my list.
Okay, that's
Hey.
a good one.
in the 80s, he never averaged less than 20 points per game. Since 1982, he had 8 consecutive All-Star appearances, scoring champion in 1983, and the first player in history to score 2,000 points in 8 consecutive seasons. Dude was a beast.
He's the all-time leading scorer in the 80s, right?
That's a solid pick. I didn't even.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh, damn.
I don't know
Very
why
good.
he doesn't get
Alex
talked
English-
about
that
enough.
whole,
Alex English
that
is
whole
easily
Denver
one of the-
team was good.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like
he
that's the one of the most
he was a
underrated
monster in
teams
the
ever.
80s.
It was a
Like,
good team.
That's one of the most underrated teams ever by far.
I mean, they weren't like good, but like
yeah,
they-
could've
but
been,
he
though.
was a
Yeah,
monster,
they just
dude.
need- Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they hold the record for most points scored in a game. I mean, they went for
Yeah.
like almost 200 points
Yeah.
one
It's
time.
disgusting, actually. And then you
All
want to do
right.
your 5th pick?
my number 4, I said Larry Sanders. Owns NFL record for career receptions amongst running backs. Nearly had back-to-back 100 catching seasons, but was literally 1 catch short. And
That's
he,
actually pretty crazy.
Yeah.
dude, he was like revolutionary for like not just throwing the
Receiving
ball to
backs,
yeah,
yeah.
receiving backs.
Yeah.
He was like crazy for that, and he
He
doesn't
changed
get
it.
talked about at all.
Yeah, that's true.
So this would be my
4th pick, right? My 4th pick, very, very unpopular opinion. This one might. It's gonna be like, oh yeah. Okay. Golden Tate,
Okay.
Oh,
receiver.
Golden Tate was very good.
Yeah.
He was very
Golden Tate is widely regarded as one of the most reliable and productive receivers in the NFL. Throughout his career, demonstrated like insane route running. He was disgusting.
Jumping into
Um,
the band.
Yeah, like insane route running, sureheadedness, and he had crucial plays constantly. He was always doing something crazy to help his team. His versatility, as a receiver, and his capability to create yards after the catch, made him valuable for every single team he played for, and he's literally never talked about when it comes to receivers, because he doesn't have like top receiver ever stats.
Yeah, but he
But
was good.
prime,
Yeah,
he was
good.
he was disgusting.
I feel like
Like
there
if your
was
team could pick up Golden Tate, like you were gonna have like a better receiving season.
Yeah, and dude, he was an absolute troll too. Everyone
Yes,
hated
bro.
him. It was
Mhm.
hilarious.
Doing like
You-
cartwheels. And
exactly, and if you
Yeah.
played
like
against
that.
him, you were gonna do worse just because of that.
he
alone.
kind of reminds me of like the AI of the
Dude,
NFL
as
in
a
like
Cardinals
a way,
fan,
just because
during
like
that era,
persona
like,
wise.
to
Golden
watching Golden
Tate era.
Tate on the Seahawks, like it was just like
It was
infuriating,
insane.
bro.
So yeah, that's what he's one of my favorite players of all time in the NFL too. So
It's a fun guy
watching
to
him
watch.
was he was like when I was really starting to watch football.
Mhm.
And I was like, damn, this dude's cooking.
Okay, so this would be my 4th pick. I'm going with Phillip Rivers.
I skipped one. That's why. That's a really good pick.
Okay, Phillip Rivers. I would like to say he's sitting at 63,000 yards on his career. Those
Around
Charger
there.
teams were never bad
No.
when he was
No,
a
dude.
quarterback.
They were just
He made
Like,
he
they
made
literally-
that
It was a
Chargers
bad
team-
era for him to play.
Bro.
Like really. Like
Yeah, honestly,
some of the best
that team
quarterback
was
play of
so
all time.
different in the era.
Yeah.
that
Dude,
played.
he put the
literally-
Chargers on the map. Like,
Yeah, honestly, there was a gap there from like probably like 95 to like 04 where they just weren't doing
Yeah.
anything. Like,
I do like that pick.
yeah,
It's-
I like
honestly,
that
it's
pick.
hard to
a lot of
disagree with
was
that
just
one.
like management issues too. But
Yeah,
I mean, he
for
had
sure.
great teams like the 2007 AFC Championship game. He played with a torn ACL the entire game.
Yeah, he was one of the toughest quarterbacks of
Yeah.
all time.
Super
And just
tough,
no, like,
underrated.
people talk about him, but they
The
don't really
trash
talk
talk
about how
clips
good
of
he
him
really
are
was.
great. I mean,
know. He's funny too, and
you could say he
he's
probably
still-
should have retired instead of going to Indiana, but he was
Yeah.
like, Indianapolis, they were fine. Like, he was
Yeah.
just like,
They
I mean,
weren't
I think he
bad,
got hurt,
just-
so I mean,
yeah.
there was something there. But
I
he was good.
think so. Yeah, he
He was
was.
very good quarterback. One of the best of
then-
his era and very underrated.
You want to do your 5th?
Okay,
Let's
I'll go
go.
ahead and do my
I think we can do
5th pick.
6 because you guys haven't taken one of them.
Yeah, I have.
I only have one left that isn't.
I got a
locked.
whole long list, you know.
I have 2.
With my 5th pick, I have Frank Gore.
Damn, that's a good one.
Frank Gore
He is pretty underrated.
is second
he
all
played
time
for
in rushing
so
yards.
long, dude.
But a lot of that,
he
like,
played for so disgustingly long.
um,
He just recently retired a couple years ago, didn't he?
I don't even know if he's official retired.
I was gonna say I don't even know that he's retired yet.
I thought he did like last
Keep
year.
talking, I'll look it up.
Okay, so I mean, Frank Gore was just, I mean, he's an unbelievable player, tough. He's gonna get those yards, you know, like he was like,
He's an Iron Man, dude.
On the Niners, he was like different for like a decade.
Yeah. Oh, he retired in 2022 when he was 39 as a running back.
Yeah,
Dude, 39 years old.
As
as
a
a
he was
running back.
closing in on his son being in the league at the same time.
No. Yeah.
As a
that's
running back, that's gross.
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous.
39 as a running back, and he literally started in 2021 for the Jets. He was the main back.
Yeah, that's true. And he didn't do bad.
He didn't
either.
do bad that year.
he
So
didn't.
He was on people's fantasy team.
yeah.
So that's a good
I
pick.
mean, Frank Gore, he's just.
He's just
I'm a big Frank Gore
underrated,
fan, to
yeah.
be honest.
So, getting into my final pick before the one I sent you guys earlier. My fifth pick is Lamar Odom.
Okay.
His basketball IQ, unselfish play, made him a key contributor to championship-winning teams like the Lakers. His ability to impact the game in various ways on offense and defense. His underrated skill set. He's just very underrated. No one really talks about him. And he did do a lot in the league.
People
for
know
a lot
Lamar
of teams.
Odom because he dated a Kardashian.
I know. That's
like-
the only reason people
insane.
know
I
him.
know.
He was a very good, like,
He was.
very good player.
I agree.
It low-key wrecked his career.
Well, I don't know. There's another thing in his life that wrecked his career.
We'll go past that one. So, Parker's pick. It's fourth and fifth for you?
Fifth and sixth.
Are we doing sixth?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Fifth and sixth.
If you guys want to do
Yeah,
sixth.
yeah.
I'll do six.
I do. I didn't get
Go
my,
to 10
I didn't,
if
I
I
didn't
wanted
get,
to.
Yeah.
I didn't get my best one out
I got
yet.
a whole list.
My number 5, dude. We all picked a different Spurs player.
I was-
Literally. Are
I
you
knew-
going
as
with
soon as
Manu?
you,
Yeah, I'm going with
knew.
Manu. Played alongside Timmy D and Tony Parker,
Robert
but
Horry
he-
up
if
there.
there's any one of them that never gets talked about, it's Manu for like whatever reason. Again,
That's-
Yeah.
great international player.
Well, I mean, when you
between
think
him and Tony, though, it's
Well, I mean-
equal, I think.
I feel like he gets talked about less than Tony.
yeah, I mean,
Like,
Manu
quite a
was
bit.
like,
There's different
on the bench,
phases
like,
of
Sixth
on the
man of the
bench.
year in 2008.
Yeah.
2 All-Stars. He almost averaged like 2 steals a game at his peak. Like people don't like recognize his
And-
perimeter
yeah.
defense was like really
Gross.
he stuffed Harden in that game.
good. Yeah.
What? Okay.
This guy's a freak.
My bad.
That's a
And-
common basketball term.
My 6, I said Kane Anderson. 1 Offensive Player of the Year, 1 MVP, and a Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. Has continued to be snubbed from the Hall of Fame for some reason. They always like every single year, they're like, we're gonna push it back another year, and he's like never put in the Hall of Fame, even though he should be.
Yeah.
Like he revolutionized that Bengals offense.
Yeah.
I can never understand it why they don't put him in the Hall
It's
of Fame
weird.
yet.
I don't know. I mean,
They
like,
don't put a lot of people in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, especially receivers. It's pretty
Yeah.
tough.
So, getting into my sixth and final pick, my best pick, I think, like
Okay.
underrated sports-wise, O.J. Simpson.
Okay.
As a sports player, guys, hear me out.
This is a great. Guy.
Great guy.
His exceptional speed, not exceptional, unhuman-like speed, agility, and vision on the field earned
Yeah.
him numerous accolades, including 5
Great
Pro Bowl
hands.
selections and the NFL MVP award in
90.
73. Running back winning
Yeah.
that. Despite his
2,000
later,
yards in a 14-game season.
dude, I know. Like
Dude,
I didn't even mention that.
disgusting.
2,000 yards in 14 games is disgusting, especially the game against the Bears where he had like.
Dude, and then when he
What do you have against the Bears?
His
Like
accept-
320 or something that game, or 340? Like it was a
No,
lot.
Nobody's broken 300,
I swear it was a lot.
but
I'll look it up after
it was
this.
probably a lot.
But
I know what you're talking. He went for
despite
like, at
his
least 290 or
legal
something like that back
troubles, his impact on the game
Despite his
Pro-
legal
of
Put it
football
over the table.
cannot be denied.
I can't get it.
And he
Just
remains one of the, if not the most, like talented and influential running back in history. I don't know. I mean, who's like realistically that much better?
then. Honestly, he was beloved before he murdered his wife. So I mean, like,
yeah.
Yeah, everyone
Like-
loved him.
I can't really name a
that was
running back who was genuinely better in their career than he was when he was
Okay.
playing.
I was gonna say
So-
like all time. I was like, I
No.
go with like Barry Sanders.
Yeah, like
But,
as like career wise, sure, but
Um,
player wise, I don't know if there was a better NFL
pick.
player
I like
than O.J. Simpson. I love O.J. Simpson.
You did not need to do that one. Okay. So with my last pick, I'm going with Clyde Drexler.
Okay,
Clyde
good one.
Drexler was Clyde the Glide.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Electric.
He was
bro.
good. He was
really
he's
good.
a fun player.
One of the most underrated defenders of all time.
Yeah,
He
one of the
went
most
for, like,
electric players of all
10
time.
plus steals. Like
I was gonna
a
say
dozen
he has had
times,
like
bro.
multiple like double-digit steal games.
you guys took my segment. Yeah. So I go with that. Honestly, that's all I really got to say.
Okay.
He's really good.
That's fair.
Best shooting guard besides Jordan in that era. So I mean, like,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Honestly, sorry for the can opening. It's a long episode, so we're trying to get some drinks. Getting into that was a good draft. That's gonna be a
Yeah.
hard one for people to pick on. Honestly,
the only
It's-
picks I can think of are probably like my first few picks. People will be like, Tim Duncan isn't that good.
I
or
know.
something
No,
like
people are
that.
gonna say like that's not underrated players. or
I
something.
feel like mine pretty good. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think
I
considering
started
my
cooking
list
towards the back
didn't
end of
have
my
a
list.
single big name player, it might get favored, but
I
They're
think
all
my
really
my
good.
biggest one was probably like
I didn't have a big
Stockton
name
or
at all.
Rodman, but mine. I also want to give a
Yeah.
honorable mention to
throw
Kevin
some
McHale.
honorable- Yeah, that's a good pick. I like it.
Kevin McHale, honorable
I had
mention.
Dikembe Mutombo on mine. He was very underrated.
That's a really good.
That's a good one.
Four-time Defensive Player of the Year. Very impressive.
Uh,
I would have just put him on the list. Honestly.
Kevin
honestly.
Johnson.
It was him or Clyde. I was gonna pick either.
Matumbo is very, very underrated.
Yeah.
But getting into that was like basic, or this is I guess a side segment. Getting into our personal top 5 point guards in the league currently.
Okay.
This is gonna stir up some. All of these are gonna stir up drama today. It's gonna be fun.
Who wants to start first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
All right.
My number 1 point guard in the league, clear favorite. It's not really a competition.
No.
Luka.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Tyrese Halliburton,
Okay.
and then number 3 is Shea.
Okay.
All right.
Number 4, Trae Young.
Okay.
Look at his stats before you start hating on him. Screw all the
I feel like Trey
haters.
isn't even debatable if he's not top 5 anymore.
I
Like
hope
he's
not.
very good.
People just hate him so much.
Very good.
And then number 5, I have De'Aaron Fox.
Okay.
That's my top 5 list. I think that's pretty fair. I don't think
Yeah.
I'm excluding anyone that I can think of right now.
That's fair.
People are gonna be pissed about like Dame or something, or they're gonna be pissed about Curry.
Yeah, Curry mostly.
So,
All right.
moving to yours.
My number 1, not debatable, Luka. But my number 2, I actually had Shy. What he's doing for that OKC team is gross, dude. Like,
I just can't look at a player getting 20 and 20 back-to-back nights with 0 turnovers and say that there's someone.
yeah,
better
his
than him.
his play.
disgusting.
Dude. And that's-
Tyrese's
I mean, what
player
he's done
I mean,
this
did you
season.
guys watch it on the second game? He was cherry picking.
It
so
doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he
They were
was.
having him run around
I
the
know.
baseline.
Dude,
and, like,
Hey,
but
he's still got
Tyrese's player efficiency is disgusting.
Yes, it's
So
gross.
gross.
He's very good.
But Tyrese is my 3. My number 4, I had Fox. I don't know why he's getting no coverage at
Yeah.
all. Like you
I
look
know.
at those top 3 guys, they're all getting like
The team's good.
post
too.
after post.
Yeah.
It's a great team. Like they're gonna be a good team for a few years to come now.
Oh yeah,
But,
for sure, no doubt. They're watching
but,
college games probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Speaking of
Fox.
college games, Bo Nix went for 5 TDs and they blew out Liberty.
Speaking of college games, not to interrupt you, we should go to a sports bar for lunch. Can't
Okay.
continue.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 5, mine's kind of interchangeable, like you guys were talking about. I put Curry over Trey just because their teams are both bad, but
Dude, I don't get how the Hawks are still so bad. They really aren't.
Dude,
that
it's just
bad.
the whole team.
I
bro.
know.
it's
they
it's a
shouldn't be,
management
though.
thing, dude. Is Clint
I
Capella
don't
still
know.
on the team? Have they
Yes.
not traded him yet?
Clint-
They should have traded
I
him
wish
like
Trey
forever
was
ago and just blown
somewhere
it up.
else.
Well, I think that part of the, because I mean they were good a few years back, dude. I don't really get what's going on with time management.
No.
But
John Collins
so that
ruining.
Yeah, John Collins and they traded him.
blew it up.
Whatever. They didn't even blow it
Yeah.
up, bro. They
Yeah.
brought
They-
in Dejounte
Oh, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
did
Oh, yeah,
nothing,
true.
bro.
DeJounte
No, I said
hasn't done
he blew it
anything.
Yeah. I mean DeJounte's
It was
good.
just not that. I mean, it's pretty similar, other than
Yeah.
Yeah, and then honorable mention, Jalen Brunson. Love him. You
Over
know what he's
Trey?
doing for the Knicks. I had Trey and Curry as like
okay.
interchangeable.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
could
fair.
go either way with that. And then Brunson, honorable mention.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. So my top 5 point guards, I'm going with the obvious Luka first, and then second Shea. I'm gonna go with Shea.
Okay.
I don't know why I stuttered when I said Shea. That was weird. Third, I'm going with Trey. He's been different
Okay.
this year.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm high on Trey. He's very good. This
I
year.
like it over Hallie though. Is where that's.
Hallie's numbers aren't.
Yeah. Okay.
If we're going scoring, they're not.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's a gap.
Trey's good scorer, so that's okay. That's fair.
Yeah, but I feel like where I'm kind of off on Trey is he's able to put up like empty stats.
Yeah, but I mean, that Pacers team isn't that good.
They were going on a heater.
Yeah,
dude.
but it was just when they were trying to get that bonus.
I kind of called it though. Like
so I mean,
they were gonna end up like the Jazz last year. Like they're gonna be good, but they're gonna fall off.
Yeah.
So
So my argument with Trey there is like, I mean, Trey will be going for like 30 and 10 like nearly every single night.
I know.
And I mean, like, it's like the same deal with like Tyrese Halliburton. He'll go for 20 and 10 every single night too. And,
Trey
like,
just
this is how
seems
it is.
like he just seems like he can do it more efficiently. Like as stupid as it might sound,
Like,
Trey is
then-
so efficient every year.
His turnover ratio isn't that good.
It's not as-
Yeah, he has
I
a
mean,
his
it's
assist
not as
turnover
close
ratio.
as, like Tyrese Halliburton.
No.
But so my fourth I had De'Aaron Fox, and then fifth I had Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's not bad. That one.
And
we
then
all
the
had, like,
gap,
the same
the gap
players.
between Trey Young and De'Aaron Fox for me is just the assist difference. I mean, scoring isn't
Yeah.
that far off. I would like to say Trey Young sitting at 29.
I think it's 27. I might be wrong.
I think Curry's at 27 right now. So I don't know. Let's see.
All right. Shall we move on?
Hold on, I forgot to look up O.J. Simpson's yards against the Bears. Give me
You
a
just
second,
put
we're
it. You
both
can
gonna-
put it on the screen for the one clip.
Should do that. Yards against Bears. Okay, guys. O.J. Simpson had.
Just got me geeking, dude. That's why I mispronounced Shay. It's cold out here.
Dude, one of the clips I was tripping, dude.